We've seen a lot of international crews, but there've been not that many all British lineups, so nice to see. In one of the new women's events here, as we've spoken about earlier this morning, Town Challenge Cup, naming of the Women's 4 Trophy.
Oh, some steering there, Sarah. Sorry about that, but wow, this crew here at Bath University.
Wow.
Straight into the boys.
Wow. They're going to have to get straightened up here. Big overcorrection. That's a costly mistake.
Would not expect that from athletes of this calibre, international athletes.
And perhaps because we've seen a number of crews pushed out into the centre with the flow in the river in that buck station on the right-hand side, and perhaps they were just preempting that and overcompensated a little too much and sent themselves into the boys. Just a little replay here of that start. You can see they're nice and patient here, but then steering very hard over to their bow side in the buck station. Just avoiding the boys there, but then a huge overcorrection into the centre. Wow, that's really unsettling to have something like that happen. That's really a very aggressive steering, isn't it, Jess?
It really is. Do not want that start. See Georgia Francis there in the 3-seat. Imperial colours, the royal blue. So the crew on the far side have just slipped them. Seeing a bit of clear water up.
Yeah, the crew on the far side in the buck station. Sarah Parfitt, Josephine Ratton, Rebecca Chin and Cara McMurtry really dominating in this early stage. Do you think that that big steering issue that they had would be playing a part in how they're feeling now in terms of the speed that was wiped off for this club in the buck station on the right-hand side there?
I think that was a tricky start. I know for a fact this crew on the Buckinghamshire station have had 2 subs put in the boat this week. Almost got a little phone call earlier on, but got poo-pooed out of that boat. That's not fine to take my position in the commentary. But struck by Sam Corty, Leanne from the Bow girls of Emily Ashford, Emily Ford. The Leander colours there. Very much a scratch crew, this crew here. Trying to take on much more established women's 4. See the back of Sarah Parfitt there in the purple stripe of UL. Jo Ratton up in the 2-seat. Struck by Cara McMurtry. Just looked like they struck better rhythm onto better cohesion there from this scratch crew on the Buckinghamshire station. They're going to stick pretty up there, aren't they, with a couple of lengths of clear water. Bows then and start being a bit cleverer now. Got a final to race tomorrow.
In the bow seat there, you can see the, as you said, purple stripe on Sarah Parfitt's rowing suit. She won a silver medal at World Cup 2 in Poznan last year in the 8. It's her fourth ahead of the Henley Royal Regatta. Getting all my ages and asking stuff. Henley Royal Regatta. She's competed in a quad and an 8 twice. She's studying a Masters of Public Health. King's College London.
Cara up in the stroke seat there is wearing Cole Porter's lycra. So she got actually talent ID'd as a junior. She was rowing on the sea. She was a very strong rower, got ID'd to go and join the national team. Don't see many of the coastal clubs represented here, but actually this regatta's had quite a few of them, and it's been great to see them being involved in Henley Royal. Cara has always been a poster girl for that coastal community, and she's doing a great job there stroking this 4. Looking very strong. Some more steering difficulties to this Leander Bath crew. There we go, we can see them.
And we would expect certainly the University of London and Agecroft crew to be the crew to beat in this race. They raced in this combination for Great Britain at World Cup 1 in Belgrade. They finished 8th there. At World Cup 2 in Linz, they made up half of the Great Britain women's 8 that finished 4th behind Netherlands, New Zealand and Australia. All racing at the 2017 World Champs.
Great shot from behind there. Two British women's forwards fighting out. But as we said before, the Buckinghamshire station slightly dropped. This scratch crew just got put together on Tuesday. Couldn't hold on to the might. This UL Leander crew. They're still racing hard to the line, these girls, and if I was three lengths up, I'd probably right now at the start think about dropping my stroke grade a little bit. Great shot from above. Look at the rhythm they've got there, the patience they've got during the drive. They're tapping it along.
They have opposite rigs, so we can see looking down on this crew that the stroke woman is rowing on bow side, whereas the crew on the right hand side, you'll see as they come past, the oars are on the opposite side, so the stroke woman is rowing on stroke side, which we call a conventional rig. They come past the drone now.
These guys have got to keep this distance, as I said throughout the morning, as tight as possible. The selector's going to be watching them, seeing how they're rowing, seeing how they actually row with new members of the crew. There's a lot of chopping and changing in the British team. You've got to be able to be adaptable and to row with others.
And Jess, is Henley a regatta that the selectors and the British team use and look at? I suppose every racing opportunity counts, but is this something that factors in part of the British selection?
It's not officially our selection, but as you know, as international rowers, we get critiqued on pretty much every single stroke we take, so you always want to be out there winning the races, and if you can turn around when the selection comes up and say, I've won all of my races, you're giving the selectors an easy job.
Well, they've probably made their job a little bit easier here. The University of London and Agecroft Rowing Club crew winning the Town Challenge Cup over Leander Club and Bath University on the left-hand side.
London Leander, Sarah Parfitt, Emily Ford, Emily Ashford, Cara McMurtry taking a strong win there.
So we see some shots there of the bit of a shaky start that the crew had in the Buckinghamshire station. Unfortunately, I think it did unsettle them and probably ended the race a bit earlier than it needed to. Really a costly mistake there.